I'm going to be going over my final project. And just to describe my project, it is a pet tracker interactive GUI where you can input attributes of your pet. And at the end, it'll create a little summary page and a CSV file for you to export into your computer. I did encounter lots of issues with this. Initially, I wanted to do more, adding different pets into the summary page, but I encountered a difficulty where my last page was not showing up. And then I also wanted to do like a search feature filter, but I ran out of time, so I was unable to do that. But I will be showing you guys my working program where you can input your pet's information one pet at a time, and it also has a shelter mode feature. So if you toggle the shelter mode button, you will be able to input an ID and a ready to adopt page. If not, they will just be blank in the get summary page. So that's just my overview, and let's get started. I wrote my little notes over here so I make sure to mention all points and to ensure that all LOs are covered. So for starters, um, I have 5 classes. Pet.java is a main uh, or a main class, and then it has 2 subclasses or classes that inherit from it, which are dog and cat. They have pretty much the same features except they are different breeds, and that will be important when selecting or inputting your information. So this does have the capability to input dogs and cats, and these inherit from Java. So these are classes, and I am having multiple inheritance with those classes. And then when we go through Pet Java, which is the uh, big part of the attributes where they are described, I have all of the instant variables over here. They're constructors, and then simple method, getter, and setter. And I do have more complicated methods, but they're going to be in the Pet Tracker GUI. As well as arrays inside of this pet.java class. So, for example, one of the attributes is allergies, and you are able to get a string array of allergies as well as a string array of tricks known. And then moving on to the dog and cat classes. They basically just create dog and cat objects that take all the attributes from the pet Java. And then we go to our pet tracker, which is the main method. And this just launches the GUI that is in my next class over. So the pet tracker GUI does contain most of my program code. And it does include all of the rest of the LOs. So for the required ones, I do have the if else method. Yeah, this is my favorite one. So I have an if else method that if vaccinated equals Y or yes, this pet is vaccinated and ready to go. Otherwise, it asks you to ensure that the pet gets vaccinated soon. And I thought that was just a really neat feature to add into my program. And then I have try and catch exceptions, and those are important because I don't want my program to fail if somebody inputs the incorrect thing or just nothing at all. And what else do I have? At the end, I do have a text file IO, which exports to a CSV. And then I have obviously the GUI, which is this whole class. And then I could just get straight to showing the project itself. So right here, I'm going to do my dog. Her name is Meg. And then here's the shelter mode feature, which you can add an ID or ready to adopt. But I'm not going to use that right now because I'm just adding a house pet. So that's a cool thing. You can use it for house pets, or you can use it as shelter mode. And then her age is 4. She is a dog, but there's the option to choose cat right here. And then for the breed, she's a chocolate lab. And she is vaccinated, but I will put no just so that you could see what happens. Allergies, she's allergic to duck and lamb. Oh, and beef. And her tricks known. She knows lots. She knows sit, stay, roll over, high five. Yeah, we'll just keep those, keep it simple. And then for favorite food, her favorite food is sweet potatoes. Her favorite food brand or preferred food brand is Akena. And her favorite toy is a ball. Then once everything is input, we get to the last page of my GUI. And it has a cute little picture right here, and that's the default picture. And then we have the summary of everything that we just input. As you can see, the ID and ready to adopt are blank. And then since we put no, it tells us to please ensure this pet gets vaccinated soon. If we go back and we change this to yes, and let's say that we were going to put this in shelter mode, we could add an ID and ready to adopt. You can see this is our final summary page with the ID, the ready to adopt, and then when you put that they are vaccinated, the message changes to this pet is vaccinated, ready to go. And of course, the scanner input is used in this project as well, because without user input, this project would be nothing. And so to show you, we can export to CSV, and you could choose your file using the file saver. And you can just choose where to save it to. And then you can go into your page and save and open it from where the project file is at. And yeah, that's the working running program that meets all the required LOs. And yeah, I unfortunately I did want to get those other really cool features on, but I wasn't able to. But that's okay. I learned a lot in this class, and especially the Java doc comments at the very end. That just helped me make this look really nice and neat. And then I'm just gonna go over these to make sure that I hit everything. So variables for data persistence, I did have all the fields, and then I wrote up different methods with parameters and return values, one being this create form page that is what makes my GUI form pages be created, and the return is the page itself. And then use single dimensional arrays for tricks, snow, and allergies. And then I have the loop for the vaccination, the user interaction. I have the buttons, the checkbox, and all the good stuff. And those are also essential for the program, just so that it makes it easier for the user to toggle buttons instead of inputting words, and obviously to go to the next panel. And yeah, and then I have text file IO, which you saw it, you press export and you save it to a file. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.